Make sure this looks good. Load on YouTube, please. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, that looks good. Okay, guys. Hello. What's up? My hair is like all sticking out. Looks terrible. Whatevs. Anyway, okay, hi. Hello to everyone on YouNow, which is Mara 717, Salma Art 2014. Yeah, and Mara said it's Rachel. I just changed my name. Well, hello. Richie Pig Army 7 said hi on YouTube. Vonnie Johnson says sup. And Marcus O'Banion. Did I say your name right? I recognize you. And you said hello, how are you? I am good. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so what is up, guys? This is like my first chat in like 2 weeks because I can't remember why I missed it 2 weeks ago, but then last week it was Mother's Day, and I was like, well, that'll be weird if I like did a live chat on Mother's Day, like, hey guys, I know you're supposed to be spending time with your mom, but watch me instead. Like, it just seemed really weird to me, so that's why I skipped out last week, but yeah. Zachary Mink, hello again. He says, hey. Mars Vetwili, LOL, said hi, hello. And Becca Wattenberg said, yo. So hello, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I really want to, like, pin this tiny bit of my hair, like, back. Oh my gosh, Selma Art, thank you for the likes on YouNow. How nice of you. Oh my god. Wow. You are now the #1 fan. For sure. Lizzie Bossy, hello again. How are you guys? I'm having a good old time over here. Just photographed my cousin's prom yesterday, which was really fun. I posted a few pictures on Instagram, and I'm really proud of them. Like, I was telling my mom, like, sometimes I'm like, am I really, like, a photographer? Like, can I really, like, call myself a photographer? I don't know. But then I'll go out and shoot and come home and edit. And then, like, while I'm editing, I get, like, tears in my eyes. And I'm like, I think I am. Like, I really feel like I am. But really, like, I'm so proud of these pictures. Like, so proud. I just feel like, just the more I practice and the more I shoot and everything's just, obviously, like, the better you get with practice. So I'm very proud of these, and I can't wait to post, like, the full set on my website, because it's been so long since I went shooting, because the weather in Massachusetts is the worst. So, you can never even plan shoots, because you never know what the weather's going to be like, but now it's spring, so, so hopefully the weather will be more consistent now, going into spring and summer, and I can do more shoots and stuff because I love doing that. And yeah. Let's see. Congratulations on your EP, or the development of it anyway. I know, right? So I hope did you guys catch that? I uploaded my the promo video for my EP production. Oh god. Today I am yawning because I was up until 5 a.m. editing the prom photos last night because I got on a roll. and like I was just in my mood for editing, and they were coming out so good, and I was like, I just gotta finish these. So that's why, yeah, I like literally woke up at 3 because I was editing for so long last night. But that's what you do. Anyway, no, yeah. So yeah, so it's like the promo video for my Indiegogo campaign to fund my album, which I'm really, really, really excited about. Whew. I'm sorry, guys. Which I'm really excited about. And I also uploaded my single, Wish You Had Me, the first single from it. I uploaded it to YouTube so you guys can stream it and listen to it. It's kind of funny. I got like 2 comments from people who asked, who kind of felt like they were like waiting for something to happen in the song, and I think it was because I think they were waiting for a chorus. But that song doesn't really have a chorus. It's like it's a verse refrain song, meaning, you know, the song's called Wish You Had Me, so you wish you had me is like the little refrain line hook. So yeah, so that's really that's the form of the song. It doesn't follow a verse chorus form. So in case you go and listen to it and you were waiting for something to happen, just know that it's a verse refrain form song. Let's see. I make these ugly faces when I yawn. Okay. How is the Carl video going? Honestly, I haven't finished it. I made a little bit more progress on it recently, but I've just been like so busy, like doing other things, you know. I'm kind of like really still excited about it, so I kind of feel like I want to like show you guys like a tiny bit of it. But I didn't want to like give away what I was doing, but like I'm kind of so like excited about it because I just feel like it's gonna come out really good. Let me try to find it. I have like a version that I filmed of the computer on my phone. So let me get my speaker. So I'll zoom in on that, and hopefully you'll be able to see a little bit of it. So basically what I'm doing is when I was obsessed or like in my Spider-Man phase recently, I I was listening to the soundtrack a lot, like the original Spider-Man trilogy soundtrack. And I was just like listening to the theme, the Spider-Man main titles theme, and I was thinking to myself, I started thinking, I was like, why does this music seem so like, well, obviously it seems cinematic, it's from a movie, but I was like, why does it seem like it would be so cinematic and like appropriate for The Walking Dead? Like, I don't know. And then after I thought of that, I thought of, wow, why is Peter Parker suddenly reminding me of Carl Grimes? Like, you know, this young adult person, you know, with responsibility thrust upon them and needing to grow up fast or whatever sort of thing. And I was like, okay, I'm getting an idea now. So then I decided to like do a version of like the Spider-Man opening credits, but like have it be part opening credits and then the rest of the video be like this epic display of like Carl Grimes. And I'm really excited about it because it looks pretty awesome, not gonna lie. So if you're not familiar with the Spider-Man opening credits, they're pretty awesome. And they're just like super cool. Like they have this really cool intro that I just really love. Let me see. Spider-Man 2 opening credits. So basically, they're just I'm basically copying like the whole layout of everything. Like the whole theme of the opening credits and the vibe, obviously, but with the Walking Dead footage and everything of their opening credits. And it goes so well, like, I'm not even lying to you. So for the what I'm basing it off of, it looks like, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll play it. Yeah. So this is, you can't see it. So it's like the Columbia logo, you know. And then it goes into that Marvel intro, which I'm obsessed with. It just looks so intense and awesome. So then it does the whole little Spider-Man thingy. Columbia Pictures presents. So basically, yeah, then it shows all the webs and whatnot, and more credits. Then you get the title. And then it goes into all the actors' credits and whatnot. So you get the idea. Very intense. And now I will show you what I've done for the Carl video, because I am so hype over this. But as I said, I filmed it from my computer screen on my phone, so it's gonna look a little awkward. But here, let me go. I'm so proud of this, yo. And I can't wait for you guys to just see like the full sort of thing, because it's just, so as you saw, I have like the Columbia logo. Well, the Columbia logo is at the beginning of the Spider-Man one, and then the credits. So I decided to use the little AMC original series, like the original one, is like in place of the Columbia logo and everything, and you'll get the idea. And then I made my own Image Comics flipbook. I'm so proud of it. Okay. So yeah, I filmed it from iMovie, so you can kind of see that, but okay. I don't know if you can see. AMC original series, Yo, check out this flipbook! I am so proud of this. AMC presents Right? Does it not go like perfectly? Starring Chandler Riggs. He gotta be first. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so I'm so proud of it. And then after that, it's gonna go right into like all this dramatic stuff about Carl and footage and stuff. And I know that towards the end, I definitely want to end it with this little bit that I've already edited. And it's for because this part of the theme, they call it like Peter's theme or whatever, and they usually is like a reference to Uncle Ben, and Uncle Ben died, you know. So I was like, what sort of thing could be with that? And I was like, hello, like Laurie's death or whatever. So this is definitely what I want like the ending sort of thing to be, and I'm like so emo over it. Oh my god, hang on, like it's gonna be so good. I'm serious. Wait.
Can't stop. People are gonna die. There's no way you can ever be ready for it.
It's gonna be so intense. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know if you could hear that, but I did that whole voiceover. Cause you know, like in place of Uncle Ben's "with great power comes great responsibility," I decided to use that line from the barn. People are gonna die. There's no way you can ever be ready for it. And I was like, yes, oh my god, I'm getting emotional. Anyway, but yeah, so I can't wait for you guys to like see the whole thing and how it's gonna look in HD and everything. I'm so excited. So, yee! But it's taking a long time because I want it to look good and not like cheesy. Because the big like that whole part looks good, like believe me. But then it's just like making sure like the footage in between, like the opening credits and what I want to do with the end, all look good and don't end up looking like not like a movie trailer. But yeah, I'm very excited. And speaking of Walking Dead stuff, my Rosita cosplay. I posted this on my Tumblr. But this is her freaking screen accurate hat. What the heck, right? I'm so happy to have this. Yeah, and I've done the fraying and everything myself, and whatnot. I'm very excited to have this hat. It's a Target brand hat, in case any of you want to cosplay as her. And apparently, my only difference is that there's like a little pocket on the side. But I talked to like some cosplayers that are like super into it. And yeah, and it apparently, this apparently is hers, but the Walking Dead costume department like carefully removed the pocket. And I think that's so smart because they do that and then, you know, it makes it seem like their items are like one of a kind. You know, because I came across this hat many times and I was like, well, it looks the same with like the stitching and, you know, the three little lines there and the beak without like anything else around it sort of thing. Because this was the hat I originally got, which is like totally not the same. And it has like this annoying extra layer of something around the edge and it was just really annoying and didn't work. So I came across this and I was like, it looks pretty accurate, but that pocket, she doesn't have a pocket. And then I was like, wow, Walking Dead's costume department is real smart. They just removed the pocket and it's like, yeah, you can't find the hat. It's original, but nope, that's it apparently. So very happy about that. Then I had gone and got these pants that ended up being Michonne's screen accurate pants, except in greenish brown. But then I realized that they were like totally the wrong color. Her pants are pretty much brown for the costume I'm going for. So if you've seen any of like my progress photos or whatever, the outfit I'm going for is that one from season 6. So her pants are pretty brown and the pants I got were like not. So I went to the thrift store the other day and I was like, all right, I need a pair of like brown skinny jeans or whatever, because the original pants are from Urban Outfitters and they're actually capris. So I went to my local thrift store, and the very first thing I found was this pair of brown skinny jean capris, and they're literally perfect. Because, you know, a thrift store, it's like, you know, you don't have optional sizes of the same pants. So I was like, I found them and I went to the dressing room and I was like, please fit, please fit, please fit. And they fit perfectly. And this was the very first thing I found. And I was like, you gotta be kidding. I was like, I feel like I meant to do this Rosita cosplay or something. Like everything was just falling together so perfectly. You know. Then I can't get this down. Then I have the blue shirt, whatever, you know. This shirt looks a little bit more purple in light, which kind of bothers me. I'm still probably gonna look for a different one. Her gray socks, brown belt. That's gonna be with the pants. It looks really good, yo. I'm real excited for this. And I got her screen accurate gloves, which is very exciting. And what else? The hat. So I'm feeling, and so I have 2 screen accurate items, which makes me really happy because I've never had that before. And well, I've only cosplayed one other time before. And I still have my Carl hat, which I'm very proud of. But yeah, so all of this looks just mad good and accurate. Okay, like I'm so freaking proud of this getup so far. Really proud. And so that's gonna be awesome. Really excited. And I also, since her pants have the patches on the knees, I ordered a crap ton of this leather fabric off of eBay, Amazon. So I'm gonna, put on the patches myself, and it's gonna be good. Very excited. Like, this is literally big enough to make a blanket, like a leather blanket, which I don't know who would want that, but okay. But yeah, very excited for that. That's gonna be really fun to finish. I mean, I pretty much have all of the items. The only thing really left is the boots, and her pair of boots is like this $200 pair of Timberland boots, and obviously that's not in my budget. This is just a cosplay, so I wasn't gonna get that. Let's see, so I went and just searched on Amazon forever for a pair of boots, and I couldn't find any that looked accurate. And then I went on Poshmark, and I found this girl model this pair of boots, which just looks so perfect. And, so I'm very excited about that. And these are the actual pants on Urban Outfitters website, but they don't sell them anymore, so, but yeah, so I found those boots, which look so much like Rosita's boots. So I'm so excited about that, but I'm also very worried because I ordered them like a few days ago, and I haven't got like any message or email about it shipping or whatever, and they already like charged me for them. And I think it seems like the seller like maybe hasn't gone on Poshmark in a long time. So I'm kind of wondering if they've even received the order, like if I'm ever even gonna get them. And then if the person hasn't gone on Poshmark for a long time, like how would you even go about contacting them about it? So I might contact Poshmark in some way to try to do that, because I need these boots and they apparently already took my money out for them. So if I just never get them, that's not going to be good. That's not going to be okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to get that checked out because those boots are perfect and I need them and I ordered them and I have not received any information. And that's not good. So yeah, so what else? Yeah, before I just start talking about myself and my album and all of that. Let's see. Oh yeah, well, some of the pictures I took at the prom yesterday. So proud of these. Which way do I swipe? That way. Yeah, so proud of these. Like, these are like some of my favorite photos I've ever taken so far. You should check them out on Insta, and I'm gonna put them on my website and stuff, obviously. Very proud, very excited about them. And of course, in the music world, right? This is my first chat since this already iconic album came out. Harry Styles. His self-titled album, This is so good. This is so good. I am so living for this. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the other day I went on a Harry binge on my Instagram story. I just posted like a bunch of pictures of him from his, you know, post 1D aesthetic, which is just so good. Just so floral and just pink and everything. And it's like, yes, Harry, like, yes, you go, like, you do this minimalistic stuff, like, you know. I really love this album. My cousin's prom was in New Hampshire, so yesterday my mom and I drove to New Hampshire, and the whole way we just played that album on repeat. So it really ended up growing on me yesterday. Yeah, I really love it. I'm kind of obsessed with him. Not even gonna lie. And not even like, it's not even like, oh my god, a celebrity crush or anything. Like, I just think he's just the best. Like fashion wise, performance wise, like this past week when he was on James Corden all week. I mean, hello, like what can he not do? Like honestly, like let's be real, he did that monologue so well. He performed 4 times, you know. He did all those skits so well, like, you know what I mean? He just has charisma for days, you know? It's just ridiculous. I know, I just love this picture. Like, why isn't it going? Just look at him go. You can't even see it, but whatever. I mean, it's just, yo, like, you go. Like, you go. Like, that's why, like, I hate these, like, you know, millennial slang words, you know, like, slay. Yes. You know what I mean? But sometimes, like, I watch Harry Styles, and that's, like, the only words I can say to describe what I'm feeling, you know? So, yeah, I watched that performance of Kiwi on Corden, and I was just like, yes, like, slay in that green jumpsuit, like, you do you. Oh man, just so good, so good. If you haven't checked out the album, you should. As well as his little documentary on Apple Music, really good. Other great live performances on that as well. Yeah. Marcus said, hi, Brittany, how are you? You look very beautiful. Thank you. Oh, gosh, you're too nice. I am doing well. I'm good. A little tired because, like I said, I stayed up all night editing until 5 a.m. You can't really do that, but I did it, so whatever. I was on a roll. Let me put this down. Hi, I'm Ava. I love your videos. You have my full support for your channel. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so nice. What was I just gonna say? Oh no. What was I gonna say? Oh my goodness, I have no idea what I was just about to say. Oh! I think the Billboard Music Awards are tonight, right? Right? Those are tonight. Celine Dion is doing her tribute to the 20th anniversary of Titanic, yo. Okay. And you guys know that I just recently uploaded my Titanic 20th anniversary discussion video, so I am really, really excited. Hopefully, honestly, hopefully my video will get a little bit more traction once people realize it is the 20th anniversary of the movie. And then maybe might start looking up stuff about that. Because I worked so hard on that video and I want more people to see it. But yo, I am so excited for that performance tonight. Like, I don't even really care about the rest of the awards, and I actually have my Even Stevens blog that I need to finish. I've missed 2 weeks of that blog as well, so I need to put up one tonight. So I'm gonna do that, and then I have more photos to edit from the prom shoot yesterday. Then I'm also working on a cover of Paramore's "Told You So," which I'm very excited about as well. I might sing a little bit of it for you. Hang on. I have it, I have what's it called? I'm doing it with like a track I made that I'm gonna play guitar to. But right now on my draft track, there is guitar on it. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. I do like a halftime kind of chorus for it. So let's see. Come on. Okay, I'll sing a little bit of this. So, for all I know, the best is over and the worst is yet to come. Is it enough to keep on hoping when the rest have given up? And there they go, say I told you so. They have to say they told me so. I hate to say I told you so. They have to say they told me. Say they told me. I haven't warmed up. Say they told me. Say it told me. I know you like when I admit that I was wrong and you were right. At least I tried to keep it cool when I am thrown into a fire and they go. I do. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm pretty excited about that, but I just don't know when I'm going to have time to do it. And then I'm also excited because I realized, because I have my Canon 70D, which records full HD video, and I have been wanting to have full HD videos on my YouTube channel forever, but I just have like a really old version of iMovie that never was able to handle editing HD video and keeping its quality. It would always export and just be terrible, like really terribly pixelated and just totally ruined. So I, when I was started editing my Carl video, I was trying to come up with a way to make sure that it could export well and in HD, so I started looking up different ways to do it. And one of the things that they told you to do is, in the older version of iMovie, to export via QuickTime and edit the settings so that it like can really handle like high quality video. So I've done that, and I did a test video with my 70D and exported it like that, and it came out perfect, like beautiful HD, like the focusing, like, you know, and everything going on, and I'm really happy about that now that I've figured out how to export it and have it maintain its HD quality. So hopefully when I do the cover of I Told You So, I will record it with my 70D, and it'll be good quality. But of course, I'm probably going to record on my have my laptop recording video at the same time, just in case I get a really good take, and then the HD video ends up not working for some reason. I'll at least have the eyesight recording of the footage. But I think it should work, and I'm very excited, especially now that I've uploaded the promo for my EP, which is like nice and super HD and professionally recorded. I kind of want my videos to be in nice HD now, since I've uploaded that. Like, I don't want the videos to suddenly be back to my eyesight, like, you know, lower quality. So I'm really excited to hopefully upload a video, my next video, with that camera, and hopefully it'll come out nice. Oh God. Yeah. So what else? Yeah, wait, let's see. Fake Happy is totally my favorite on the album. You know, it's like weird because like I still haven't really listened to it, but like the first time I did listen through, I was a little disappointed. It felt like a little slow paced, and all of the songs kind of like blended together to me. Like by the time it was over, like I couldn't remember what song was what because they all sounded very similar. But it's funny because I didn't think that I would when the song first started, I was like, ooh, like really? But now it's just been stuck in my head constantly. The low key, no pressure, just hang with me in my weather. I'm like, really? Like, it kind of does sound like a High School Musical chant, but it somehow works. I don't know. Rose Colored Boy, I think, is the one that's from. And then I also like, I think it's Idol Worship. I think that's the one. And I think the reason I like that one is because it kind of reminds me of Brand New Eyes. At least I think that's the one I'm talking about. I think it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that really reminds me of Brand New Eyes, which I think is my favorite album of theirs. So I like that song. But yeah, I don't know. That was like my first one off the top of my head that I liked from listening the first time. I also really want to cover a Harry song, but I don't know which one. Like the one song on the album that kind of like leans toward my style as a woman, which has been stuck in my head. Woman, la 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 la, woman. It's really good. But yeah, the only songs I'm a little iffy about on this album still are the opener and the closer. I mean, Meet Me in the Hallway has grown on me. And then, but from the dining table is a little slow paced. But I'm sure it'll grow on me more and more. But other than that, solid debut album in my opinion. And honestly did not let me down in comparison to what Fall Out Boy has released so far from Mania. Ugh, we already talked about that. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what the rest of that album sounds like, but I mean, did anyone see that performance on Fallon of it? Like, honestly, like, I was surprised that they were even able to play it live at all, but it did sound kind of sloppy. Like, it doesn't translate very well live. They're gonna have to, like, really work on it, because it just sounded a little a mess. It surprisingly also sounded heavier live at the chorus, which was like, okay. But yeah, it was still just kind of like, ooh, I'm not sure this is gonna sound good. And all I could think of was that quote that people say a lot, which is like, if the song doesn't sound better live, then you might have done it wrong in the studio, like, or something like that. I don't know what the quote is, but that is how I kind of feel like Harry's album is awesome, because all of his songs sound like 10 times better live than they do on the studio version. So, and the Fall Out Boy song sounds better on the studio version than it did live. So, I don't know. But I feel like that's always kind of been Fall Out Boy's case. They've never really been much of a live band, in my opinion. I don't know. But yeah. Can you say hi, Jungkook? Hello, I hope I said your name right. That is In Fires My Dudes username on YouNow. I feel like I look so washed out right now. Like the warmth has left my room right now. It just looks really cold. But yeah. Can't wait for the new Walking Dead season. I've missed your reaction videos, my friend. Aw. Yeah, I know. Season 8, and I haven't really watched many videos of people like talking about it and like speculation and all this stuff. But I have seen like the titles of all the YouTube videos popping up that's like, oh, they say that season 8 is going to be the most explosive season yet. Like whatever. And, you know, that the premiere is going to be like the most epic thing you've ever seen. And they've said that a lot in the past. But, you know, I feel like they actually might be serious this time, because they told us that the season 7 premiere was going to be super intense, like really heavy, like whatever, and definitely was. Like, they weren't lying about that. And it is the 100th episode of the season. Of the series. So I feel like they're probably going to do it big. So I'm excited for that. And obviously, it's going to be the start of the war. If the opening episode is not the start of the war, that will be a mistake. So I'm assuming it will be the start of the war, especially since that's totally how they left us with this season 7 finale. So very excited for that. Oh God, my stupid eyelashes. Very excited for that. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I feel like I feel like we're probably gonna get more Carl this season. At least I'm hoping we will, which is making me pretty happy. So hopefully that'll be good. And yeah, so that'll be exciting. But speaking of like Walking Dead again, with the Walker Stalker that I obviously want to go to here in Boston with my Rosita cosplay, I'm not just going to get dressed up in my Rosita cosplay and walk around my house. I actually want to go somewhere again this year. And I know it's because, the con isn't until August, but they still have not announced, like a lot of people for Boston. And, let me check. Walker Stalker Con. And, Boston usually never gets anyone. Like, I'm not even kidding. We, like, never get anyone good. We're lucky that we get the con at all. But, if it seems like no one cares about Boston. Like no one cares. Okay, so they did announce a few more people. All right, let me go to the full list. I must have missed this. Okay, so we got Lenny James, Morgan, we got Herschel. Okay, he wasn't there last year. We got Ezekiel, which is kind of cool. I really like Kari. We have Jerry, Richard, Abraham, Rosita, hey, Tara, Father Gabriel, Aaron, Spencer, Dwight, T-Dog, and then a bunch of random Walking Dead. So that's who Boston has so far, which is kind of fun, but still no actual A-lister. You know what I mean? It's like you look at what's the one? Atlanta, right? Atlanta, because they shoot in Atlanta, but Atlanta gets everyone, Norman Reedus, every single person ever in the cast. And it's like, oh, okay, great. Same with Walker Stalker London. They always get everyone. Check out Atlanta. Daryl, Negan, Jesus, Morgan, all these people, Enid, whatever. They haven't really announced many more besides that, but it's probably going to be good. So yeah, but we'll see who else they add to Boston. Because I remember last year, people were on board, and then last minute, they started posting things like, oops, this actor couldn't come. And it's like, great. So, I'm hoping that Chandler Riggs decides to go to Boston this year, because he wasn't there last year, and he went to literally every con except for Boston last year. And I was like, oh, of course, the first year I decided to go to Walker Stalker, he's not going to be there, of course. But it's probably a little better that he wasn't, because I was dressed as Carl, and that would have been really embarrassing. Yeah, but it's kind of interesting because I said last time, I got to meet the governor, David Morrissey, for free because they really liked my Carl cosplay. They thought it was really good, and they were like, oh, let's get a picture of the two one-eyed characters together. And I was like, okay. So that was fun. So I was like, I wonder if they might do that again. Because, something like that again, because I'm working really hard on my Rosita cosplay, and I want to look as much like her as I can. So maybe I'll maybe get to meet Christian for free or something again. I don't know, because I am poor. I don't have no meeting celebrity money, so I'm just hoping for the best, working on my cosplay real good to hope they like it. So, but yeah, so yeah. I know that probably sounds really cheap and entitled of me, but I'm really not trying to sound like that. I'm just really trying to sound like, wow, okay, last time I worked really hard on my cosplay and they liked it and I got to meet someone, so maybe if I work on it again, like maybe I'll get to meet someone again, who knows. But yeah, so that's like my only plan right now, to meet someone. Unless Chandler Riggs is there, I probably will dish out however the heck much that costs to get a picture. Because y'all know from watching my videos that Carl is my son. Carl's my fave. I gotta get a picture. You know, gotta get one. God, that'll be fun if that happens, but probably not. Oh, you said he was ill for Boston. Yikes, now I feel bad for saying he was at every con except here. um, are you from Boston, Lizzie? Did you go to the Boston one or not? I don't know. And it'll be kind of fun because I wasn't doing reaction videos last time when I went to the con, but this time I have, so I wonder if, like, maybe anyone that might have watched my videos will be at the same one. That would be fun. Yeah, so I'm, like, excited to go to this one, so yee! I just hope they announce more people soon because I want to get more hype. Yeah, I would be shocked if Boston ever got anyone like Andrew Lincoln. I'd be like, are you kidding? Like, we never get anyone. No, but last year our biggest person was Steven Yeun, which was cool, especially, but I couldn't help but feel like, of course Boston's gonna get the person that's gonna die in the season 7 premiere. But it was amazing. He was just standing there and I was like, Glenn! And I was really mad because I wanted to get a picture. Because I had felt like I was like, okay, I think he's gonna die. I'm pretty positive. I kind of want a picture. But it was like $80 or $100 or something. I didn't have that, And, Glenn is totally one of my faves. But I wasn't gonna spend that. I needed my money to live. But if Chandler Riggs is there and it costs $100, I might have to dish that out. I might have to dish that out to get the picture. Get that picture for you guys. Yeah. Let's see. I got a comment here in a different language that I'm going to copy and paste into Google Translate. Translate. They said, are you sad about leaving The Voice? No, not anymore. It's been like 3 years now, which is crazy. But, I've just, obviously decided that everything happens for a reason. I guess I just wasn't meant to be on that show. I did, in the moment, I felt like I definitely was meant to be on that show, because I'd never gotten that far in anything before, like, as far as, like, a competition show or, just anything in life, that was, like, really far to make it onto national television and everything and work with these people like Pharrell and Alicia Keys and get to meet all the coaches, and it was just such a big deal. And I felt really secure in myself as an artist at that point. Like, I had really just finally started coming into my own as, like, an R&B, jazzy, popish person. So I was like, I feel really good about this. And it just kind of felt like everything was falling into place. And I was like, oh yeah, like, this is, like, totally my time. Like, I'm so excited. And then the very second round, I got eliminated. And I was like, I just didn't know how to feel. It was just so crazy. Like just having to leave the stage was just like really sad, because I knew at that moment that I wasn't going to get a chance to like truly show the country what I was totally capable of. And that was really sad. I felt like I was being robbed of that opportunity, and I just had no choice but to walk off stage and say thank you and leave. And it was just really sad because, I obviously felt like I got eliminated very early, that I didn't really get a chance to, show everything I can do. So that was sad. And sometimes I still get a little upset about it. But, I mean, not really. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. I guess I just wasn't meant to make it further on that show. But it's okay. Yawning. Okay. Chat Simmons is here. Hey, you're such a nice supporter. Thank you for being here. I'm late, so I know someone probably asked, but how is the album coming along? Thank you for asking. I haven't worked on anything else on it yet because the studio I'm working with is the one that's helping me run the campaign. So they helped me record Wish You Had Me and the promo video that I put up for the campaign. They did all that for me for free, and then they helped me set up this whole campaign and helping me promote it and stuff. So we're not going to be able to get back into the studio until the campaign reaches its goal, or until we get enough money from the campaign to finish up some more stuff. So as of right now, I have not been working on anything more on the album. I've been refining some of my songs, obviously, for when I hopefully am able to get in there and record the rest of it. But yeah, so right now, really my main focus is like promoting the campaign and, trying to raise as much funding as I can right now. We have about a month left already. So hopefully that campaign will be successful and I'll be able to record the rest of it. But if we don't reach the goal, it's a flexible goal, so we're just going to take however much money we did receive and adjust adjust what we can do for the album with that amount of money. So I did originally want it to be 6 songs, maybe 7. But depending on how much money we get, it could go down to like 3 or 4 songs or something, which would be kind of sad. I'm really wanting it to be 6 or 7. And yeah, so I'm really excited about it though, and I really hope we reach the goal. And yeah, so let's see. What was the inspiration behind Wish You Had Me? How long have you been working on it? That I wrote, gosh, I'm yawning. At least I know why I'm yawning now. It was because I was up until 5 a.m. editing photos. Before I would just not know why I was yawning. Anyway, yeah, so Wish You Had Me. I wrote that song, I feel like I wrote that in like 2013 or something, so it's like an older song, but it's still like one of my absolute favorites. And it's so funny because I have not been in a relationship since I was 16, and I don't really to that person, but I just don't really, looking back, it was kind of, I was 16, like, you know what I mean, it was serious, I honestly just draw inspiration from, really, because obviously everyone loves to write about love. I just projected that on that person, which is weird. What you gotta do times? I was like, well, I'm not in a relationship, so what am I gonna write? Do this. So yeah. I think I said that. I was like, if you're like a relationship, make one up. There you go. There you go. That's where that's from. Um, said I'm cutting out. Open on YouTube. Let me see. Yeah. I think I said that. I was like, if you're like, oh no, going wrong with it. Make one up. There you go. There you go. Because it's a little delayed, so I can see what's happening. Said I'm cutting out. Oh no. Let me see. Yeah. I think I said that. It was like, if you're like, now it's like extra Inception. Oh, no. Going wrong with it. Make one up. There you go. There you go. It's a little delayed, so I can see what's happening. Okay, well, it seems like it might be back now. I don't know. It's a dope song. I blasted on my way to work. LOL. Thank you. That's cool. That's like so weird. I can't like picture someone like jamming to the song in their car. That's like kind of cool. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, I'm just like trying to imagine that now. Thank you. Let's see. Boop. Okay. All right, so it's apparently better now. Someone invited 440 fans to this broadcast? What? Thank you. Thank you for that promo. Oh my god. Wow. You need to play the Walking Dead games. Yeah, I've heard about them. But I don't, like, I'm not much of, like, a gamer person. Like, the extent of my gaming is The Sims. Okay, wait, what's this? Sorry. I got a notification. Yeah, the extent of my video gaming is The Sims. So, I don't know if I would be any good at that. But, yeah. I know, I should do Sims gameplay, right? Make myself. I wish. Oh my god, know what I should do? They need to make. Oh my gosh, do they have a Sims for. Sims for. Wait, Sims for. Let's see. It seems like there's a Sims 4 modification to make zombies. What? Let's see this person. Sims 4 zombie review. Let's see. But see, that's the thing. Like, you can, like, make people look like zombies and maybe walk like them in The Sims, but I just wonder if they actually, like, do anything. Like, if they can actually bite you and then you become a zombie. Because, like, otherwise, what's the point? Like, it's just people walking around like that. Because, oh my god, if I could do a Sims gameplay and create, like, a little world of The Walking Dead and just, like, play that, make myself try to survive. Yeah, see, it seems like you just make the person look like a zombie instead of like actually being a zombie. Um, which is kind of annoying. And all the comments are in Spanish, so I don't know what they're talking about. Um, Zombies. Zombie. I wish they had like, oh, oh no, but Sims 4 wasn't out then. Okay. I mean, I'm just like, that just seems like it'd be fun. Like, I don't know. Because I haven't played Sims in a while. And I am so gifted at making Sims. Like, you have no idea. Like that's like really like the most fun, um, like the most fun I have making Sims. Um, like that's my idea of playing The Sims, you know? It's literally just making Sims and then playing the game for like 5 minutes and then getting bored and wanting to make more people. I feel like I did make some Walking Dead Sims a while ago on The Sims 4. I know I made like an okay looking Rick. I wasn't really trying. I made an okay looking Michonne. I made an okay looking Carl. I didn't really make anyone else, but I would have to. I would probably start over again. Um, but yeah, I feel really good about some of the Sims I've made in the past. Cause yeah, okay. See, I'm looking on like the Sims Wikipedia about like zombies and stuff, and some of them look really good. Like these ones from The Sims 4 look really good. Um, actually, I can't even tell if this is Sims 4. I think it's Sims 3. Yep, it's only Sims 3. Well, those look good. But I don't have Sims 3. I have Sims 4. So, apparently, zombies only eat your plants. What? Vegan zombies over here? Whatever. Um, See, apparently, some people have zombies attack them. Okay, someone said, I've never had a zombie attack my sim. They were always much more interested in eating the garden. If your sim turns into a zombie, hit them with a cure potion. Um, that's weird. If a zombie happens to actually bite your sim and turn him or her, and you don't want to wait for the 24-hour moodlet to wear off, don't waste a cure. Whatever. It seems like there's a lot of stuff. Being bitten is temporary. Your sim can only be a permanent zombie if they are hit with a zombification spell. What? See, that's too supernatural. You should just be bit. um, but yeah, I feel like I'm good at making sims. I wish I had pictures of them that I could show you. Because I know I took screenshots, but they're probably I probably don't I don't have them on my computer anymore. I wiped my computer. But yeah. I know some of them came out really good, but I can't remember now. Please make the Rochon household. I know, right? And make a tiny little baby Judith. Someone said hit a dab. Okay. And then again they said, where's the dab at? Post my Sims on Tumblr. Maybe if but you see though, it's like, whenever I make The Sims, I get too into it. Like, I'll just lose my life to it. And I've been like busy, so I would have to find time where I could like actually sit down and have like leisure, however you want to pronounce that word, time to actually sit down and feel like I'm not wasting time by making Sims. Yeah. Question: have you been following Shia LaBeouf and or co projects? Well, yeah, Shia LaBeouf is my. I don't want to say the word bae, but that's the first word that came to mind. I know he's doing that Alone Together one where he's like staying in a cabin. I know he was doing the He Will Not Divide Us one. But yeah, has he done a new one? I don't know. I do follow like Shia update accounts and stuff on Instagram. So yeah. But yeah, that just reminds me again how I have to finish my Even Stevens blog after this. I feel so bad. Because I'm just like, I'm just so bad at. I mean, I was really good. I was keeping up with the posts like every week for a while. I mean, I've made it how many episodes in now? Like 26, 27 out of 65. So I am making progress and I was keeping up with it, but then starting up um uh what was I just saying? Um ah oh my god. Oh, um, yeah, with my Even Stevens posts. Um, yeah. Well, anyway, my mom's on the phone. He's working on a new movie called Trial by Fire. Oh, I saw that he got cast in some movie. I think the title is like about peanut butter or something. Like the peanut butter journey. I don't know what it's called, but it seemed kind of interesting. Like it's funny, like oh god, does my mic not work anymore? My mom's on the phone. I heard someone say you couldn't hear me anymore. Movie called Trial by Fire. Oh, I saw that he got cast in some movie. I think the title is like about peanut butter or something. Like the peanut butter journey. I don't know what it's called, but it seemed kind of interesting. Like it's funny, like oh god, does my mic not work anymore? My mom's on the phone. I heard someone say you couldn't hear me anymore. Anyway, well the mic seems to be on for me. But anyway, but yeah, so for me, it's kind of funny. Like I love Shia LaBeouf so much, but it's kind of weird that like I like a lot of his projects I don't really care for. And it's just kind of funny to me because I do love him so much, and I do make sure to watch as many of his projects as I can. Um, but I usually don't like a lot of them, which is kind of funny. But I personally just think he's just like a great actor. So like pretty much anything he's in will usually be good to some degree because he's in it. Like in my opinion, he usually carries movies that are bad. Like even if the movie's bad, like it's still kind of good because he is kind of carrying it. Um, but I really have to say, like as far as like his recent movies, I really did not like American Honey. Like I really did not like that movie, and I know it got like critical acclaim, and like audiences loved it. It's all over Tumblr, and I'm just like you know what I mean? Like I just didn't like it. Like it. First of all, it was 3 hours too long. That movie easily could have been an hour and a half. It did not need to be like 3 hours or however the heck long it is. Um, you know, uh, you know what I mean? Like, if I had to see these kids sitting in this van, like bumping rap music one more time, I was going to die. And many times I was considering walking out of the theater. But I didn't again because Shia was in it, and I was like, maybe it'll get better. But by the end, it didn't. I mean, I guess the cinematography was nice. Um, um, but again, it just seemed, in my opinion, it seemed like it was kind of catering to like the hipstery people of today, like, which is why it's all over Tumblr and everyone's like, oh, it's like, oh, so edgy, so real. Which it might be. I mean, I heard some people actually do live like that, doing the magazine thing. But, you know, for me, I was just kind of like, oh my God. Like, I couldn't really sit through it. But I did. I forced myself to. Like my biggest problem with that movie is that it's like, I feel like you didn't get to know anyone. Like, they were all just, I mean, that might be the point, that they were all just people just drifting through life, and that was the point. But, like, I felt like I didn't get to know who Star was. I didn't get to know who Jake was. He just ended up coming off as a jerk by the end, you know, and everything. And, you know what I mean? I felt like some stuff, some stuff was just unnecessary, gratuitous, whatever. You know, I feel like so many movies are like, this is what youth is like, so whatever. And I'm like, yeah, it might be for some people. Yeah, it could be, and that could be the story they're trying to tell. But for the most part, it's just like, I cannot relate to this right now. And wow. But yeah, so that, I have yet to see Man Down. It does look kind of good from what I've seen. Like, obviously some clips of him, you know, acting. He just is always great. So I'm definitely going to make a point to see that. I don't want to buy it because right now I think my only option on demand is to buy it or rent it. I'm not sure, but renting is like super expensive now, like $6 to rent a movie. So I don't know if I want to do that because, like I said, sometimes I don't like his movies. So I would be a little upset if I rented that and then I didn't like it and it went on my mom's bill. But yeah, so I'll just wait till it's like free or something or find it online. But it does look good. Someone also said, I did not care for the other war movie though. Fury, I think you're talking about. I liked Fury. It was all right. But that was another movie where I didn't really feel like I got to know anyone too well. And that's like my biggest pet peeve with movies. It's like where there's not a lot of development going on. You're just kind of watching people. And then by the end, you just feel completely unsatisfied because you weren't really able to get that emotionally invested in any of the characters. That's like my biggest issue. Yeah, I think I've said before that this Project Greenlight Season 2 is like one of my favorite things Shia has done. And yeah, it's not even that I really like the movie. I just love watching the process of it. And you know, just like, especially just when he was younger, there was just something like so special about him. He just had this like, this aura, like he was just so good. And of course he still looked like Louis Stevens in this movie, which made him become my first celebrity crush, was Louis Stevens. So I just always feel very I feel like my giddy 12-year-old self whenever I watch the footage of him when he was young. So that's another reason why I love this so much. But yeah, and then also just the movie itself, I don't know, like it is kind of another way, like it is a movie where I didn't get too invested in the characters, but there's just something about the movie that I actually do like. Like this one actually does seem a little bit more like teen relatable, whatever, and obviously this was Project Greenlight, so the movie isn't going to be perfect, you know. It was written by people who had never made a movie before or whatever, you know, so that's that. But again, this movie was really only a good movie because Shia's in it. Like, it's still not that good of a movie, but it's like, it's still, it's good because he's in it. Like, if he was not in this movie, they wouldn't have had a movie. Like, it just would have been a really bad movie. And that's one of the things I love watching about the behind the scenes stuff and in this whole just the series, the making of the series. The making of the movie on Project Greenlight, is because it's just so good. As soon as he comes into audition, everyone is just like, "Whoa! Like we got to get this kid." And that's what I just love watching because he just had something so like good about him, and he just came walking into that room and then just did his screen test and did his lines and just kept coming back in, and I just love the footage that they showed of like his audition because he's just so good. Like he really was sitting there, and as he's talking, I'm like he's just really talking. Like it doesn't seem like he's acting at all. Just so good, and that's one of the things. Like I didn't really like Charlie Countryman that much either, but I thought it was still a good movie because he was in it. And I think the first scene of that movie that really made me start thinking in that movie, like, wow, he's a great actor, was when they were on the plane. Well, when he's on the plane towards the beginning and he starts talking to that guy. The conversation was just so fluid and so natural. I just felt like I wasn't even watching a movie. I felt like I was watching these two people on a plane, like having an actual conversation. And that's how I feel like acting should be. Like it shouldn't feel like I'm watching a movie. Like it should feel like you're really watching something real unfolding. And that's how it felt. I was like, oh, he's just totally having this chill conversation with this guy. And I was like, whoa, like, wait a minute. Like he's like a really good actor. And of course, like the scenes where his mom dies at the beginning, just really great. At the end, where she's like, I meant to say go to Budapest, not Bucharest, or whatever she says. Really sad. But really good. Really, really good. Yeah. But Project Greenlight, like, if you ever had, like, any doubts of, like, whether or not Shia LaBeouf is actually a good actor or, like, a good person at heart or whatever, definitely Project Greenlight season 2. I think some people might have it on HBO on demand or whatever, but it's just really, really good. I love watching his process. Like there was this whole scene where he has this really long monologue that he has to do, and it's like he has to say it like really fast paced, and he's like, you're this soldier of the 21st like airborne, whatever, like people are whatever. He has to like say this big thing, and he like couldn't get it, and he just kept trying and trying and trying. They were there like all night, and he was like walking outside, not eating or anything, just trying to get these lines, and they were like, no, like take a break, you have to eat. He's like, no, I'm doing this for me, I'm not doing this for anyone else, I have to get this line. And he goes back in, kills the line. And yeah, and I'm just like, I just love watching stuff like that, I do think he's a really great actor. And, and I said before, like, I still can't help but feel like he is one of those, like, tortured artist soul people. And that just gets me really worried because, like, I'll think, oh, he's doing really great. Like, he seems to have his life together. Like, I thought that, like, a month or two ago, and then I saw this footage of him at a restaurant that I actually ate at when I was on The Voice in California, and he was in this restaurant, and he just was like swearing at the bartender, like calling the guy racist because he wouldn't serve him fries or something, and was just like screaming. They had to remove him from the place, and then I'm just like, Shia, Shia, like, oh, like I thought you were doing well, and then you have like some other like breakdown seeming thing. Then it gets me worried because I just really like one of my worst fears, honestly, because he is one of my favorite people and favorite actors and like celebrities. Like one of my greatest fears is like going online and seeing Shia LaBeouf trending on Twitter, and you know why I'd be afraid to see him trending. I don't even want to say it. I don't even, I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx it. But I think you understand what I'm saying, because I think that's everyone's worst fear. I think anytime you see a celebrity's name trending, like my first thought is always, oh my God, did they die? Like that's always my first thought. So that's all I'm going to say. So I feel like the last time I ever saw Shia trending was when he did his freestyle on Sway in the Morning, and I saw Shia LaBeouf trending, and I said, I was so upset. I was so scared to click it, and then it was just like Shia LaBeouf kills a freestyle, and I said, "Oh God, okay, we're free here for a little bit again." But I do. I just get worried, man. I just get worried, and I think it's so funny because so many people love to hate on him. But I can tell you right now, if he ever died young, he'd end up becoming one of those legends. You know what I mean? Everyone would be like, "Oh, Shia LaBeouf, like, he was so good, like, oh," and he'd just become one of those things that people reblog all the time on Tumblr, which I think, like, he kind of already is to a certain extent because he is a meme, but I feel like he would have, like, he would cross that bridge from being a meme to being like, "Oh, yeah, so respected, one of the greatest of our generation," you know? Because I do think he is really good. Like, I feel like as far as, like, us young people, like, people that grew up in the 90s into the early 2000s, like who's a good actor from our generation? Like, I can't really think of anyone, like, that's, like, a really good young person, and especially, like, someone to have come out of Disney Channel, who's, like, who actually went on to become, like, a serious thing, like, and who was also great while on Disney Channel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was so good on Even Stevens, which obviously you guys know that's, like, my favorite thing he's been in. Which I think is funny when he did, his hashtag I am sorry exhibit, and there was, like, the line of people waiting to go in to see him. This one person went down, they did, like, a news report, and they went down the line, and they asked them all, "What's your favorite Shia LaBeouf project?" And every single person said, "Even Stevens?" And I was like, yep, because my friend is always just like, "Brittany, why do you like Even Stevens? Like, it's a kid's show." And I was like, no, like, it's so good. And then I found that video and all of these adults were saying their favorite project was Even Stevens. And I said, I am justified. I am justified. But yeah, so that was funny. But yeah, I almost wish he did more projects when he was younger. Like, kind of more projects like Shaker Heights or whatever, because I feel like he didn't do enough projects while he looked like Louis Stevens. One movie I still haven't been able to make it all the way through is The Greatest Game Ever Played. I've tried so many times. I've tried watching it. I make it like 30 minutes in and then I always like fall asleep or like lose interest, but I've seen like bits of the end and it looks like it pays off well. Like, it seems like it would probably be a really good movie if you watch the whole thing. But I just haven't been able to. I have it saved on demand right now because I had it for free on there. No, because I recorded it. It aired on the Golf Channel and I recorded it, so I have a recording of it in the DVR. But I just haven't been able to finish it. I really want to. I just watched Surf's Up the other day for the first time. I always didn't watch it because I was like, okay, it's a cartoon. Whatever, I'm not going to watch it. But once I realized the kind of cartoon it was, that it was like a mockumentary like cartoon about these surfing penguins, I was like, I'm going to have to watch this. And then I watched like some behind the scenes thing about it popped up and I found out that like the whole thing was kind of ad-libbed. And I was like, well, that's perfect because Shia is so good at that. He did so much ad-libbing on Even Stevens, which is amazing to me because he was just so good. And so many of the lines I used to just think were just really well written. And then I found out that he actually ad-libbed a lot of those really good lines and they just kept them. And I was just like, are you kidding? So I watched some of that behind the scenes of Surf's Up and he's just in the studio kind of ad-libbing. And I was like, he's just great. Like, he's just so great. Yeah, love it. And yeah, I don't know. But I've been wanting to see his episode of Biography again. So I've set my DVR to record every episode of Biography, just in case one of them happens to be his. Because to a certain point, like, it doesn't show you, who the episode is about. Like, you'll be able to see who, like, the next few episodes are about, and then the next few for the next few days, it just says Biography, and it's, like, chronicling the lives of celebrities, whatever, but you can't see, like, who it's going to be on. So that's why I have it set to just record every episode. And then once it's recorded, I check and see, is it his episode? And it hasn't been yet, but I saw it a while ago. Someone had uploaded it to YouTube, and they talked about Even Stevens for a while, and I haven't seen it in a long time, so I really want to see it again. I know they like interviewed Donna Pascal, who played his mother on the show. You know, people like that. The casting directors at Disney Channel talked about him a bit, and I just want to see it again. I really want to see it again. I know that story of how he walked in. He said, like, "Hi, I'm Shia LaBeouf. I'm going to win an Academy Award," or something. He did his audition, and then he walked out and told all the kids waiting that he already got the part because he wanted it so bad. And yeah, like, if it had gone to anyone else, that show would not have been a fraction of how good it was. So yeah. You know, and Jess T said, "I know what you mean. Appreciate him now, people." But it's true, I'm telling you. That's how it always is. People don't appreciate talented people while they're alive. Like, people hated on Amy Winehouse all the time while she was alive, you know, calling her a drunk and a druggie and whatever, and they just couldn't appreciate her talent, even though it was so there. Like, it just be, you know, just so good. And then obviously she dies, and everyone's like, "Oh God, legend," which, you know, but I mean, she is, you know, she's so great, and I feel like that's the way it is with a lot of people. And I think I said this before. I was reading Shia's interview or article in Variety magazine, and as I was reading it, I was seeing shades of Amy, like I really was, and I was getting worried. I was like, oh no, oh no. Like, I just started feeling again like he was going to go down that path, and like everything he said seemed very tragic. I was like, this just seems like a tragic story. I don't know, but I'm just still praying. I just always think in the back of my head, you know, I'm just like, please, just watch over Shia LaBeouf, make him turn out all right, you know, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think of Miley Cyrus's new song? You know, I actually really like it, because, because obviously when I was like 14, 15, 16, Hannah Montana was on Disney Channel, and that's also when the Jonas Brothers were on Disney Channel, and I freaking loved them. So I watched Disney Channel a lot. So I'm a little nostalgic for like Hannah Montana Miley. And so she, so she, you know, releases this song, and it kind of has like her older vibe and whatever, and it's just, you know, really nice. And I ended up kind of getting tears in my eyes there for a minute. I was like, oh, Miley, we missed you. So yeah, I do like it. I do like it. And that's nice how it's about Liam and everything. That's really nice how they kind of found their way back to each other like that. Shia admitting to wanting to kill himself while filming Yuri, but then he found Luke and Nasha. Wow! You see what I mean? Like, I just get worried. Like, what if that happens again? You know? And I also just felt really bad as well when I was reading the Variety interview, because he said, you know, it was around American Honey time, and they were like, oh, he should totally win an Oscar or be nominated for an Oscar at least for it. And he was like, no, like, that's not, like, I've messed up my life too much that I know I'm not going to be nominated for an Oscar for a long time. I have to, like, work my way back up the ladder of respect or whatever sort of thing. But then he keeps messing up again. And then I'm like, oh, he's, like, never going to do that. You know what I mean? It's like he's never going to get an award or anything, like an Oscar, or be nominated or recognized. Just because he keeps being, you know, whatever. And that made me really sad. And, you know, it was just the fact that he knows it as well. The way he's just like, that's not me. I'm not that person. I'm not that person that's gonna be nominated for an Oscar or whatever. And he's like, or at least not for a long time. And I'm like, that's so sad. Like, I just feel like it just really got me upset, like, reading that he, you know, feels that way, and everything, and then you go on his Facebook or something and you look at the kind of comments he's getting, and they're literally saying like, kill yourself, like you're so stupid, like you're like one of the most idiot liberal celebrities in the world, like whatever, like no one cares about you, you're a flop, you're a has-been, you haven't done anything good since even Stevens or Holes, just like all this terrible stuff. And I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like if he ever got into like the wrong frame of mind, he might kill himself or something. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it just upsets me. Like when I see people leaving comments like that, I'm like, do you guys even know what you're doing? Like, God, so I worry, but yeah, I just feel like it's so sad as well. Like it's kind of selfish of me, but it's like, I really want to get a selfie with him, like now, because he is one of those people where it's like, anything could happen to him, like any day, because he's just such a loose cannon, that it's just like, I'm like, I need to get that selfie. I need to get that selfie right now. And I get so jealous of people like on his Facebook, people who have posted pictures that they got with him while he did Take Me Anywhere. And they're so nice. Like there's this picture, like this girl got 2 pictures of with him, and they're like laughing, and then he's hugging her, and I'm just like, not fair. Like I almost feel like writing to that girl and being like, cherish these photos. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I really need a picture with Shia LaBeouf. It's like when he first started the He Will Not Divide Us in New York, I was like, why don't I live in New York? Why can't I go down there? And then it got shut down, and then he moved it to like New Mexico or something. Yeah. Let's see. I know, yeah, the Borg versus McEnroe is his next movie, I guess, that might be coming out soon, which I'm excited for as well, just because to play the role he had to grow his curly hair back, so I'm just like, I'm about to be taken back in time again. Especially like as he was filming that movie and he did a lot of talk show appearances, he just looked exactly the same. Like his hair was kind of slicked back a little bit, but you could, still tell it was curly. And he just did these talk show appearances, and I was like, as he was sitting there talking, I was just completely taken back to when I was a kid, and I was like, oh my God, why is he like look and talk exactly the same? It was just making me so happy. And I posted on Tumblr, a little video I stitched together of just 2 clips because I just thought it was so funny, as I was rewatching all my Even Stevens episodes for my blog. It was that episode where he decides to live in a store window for 2 days, and sleep in this bed for charity. And it was just so funny. There was like, the fake news report in the show where it's like, Louis Stevens, like, what made you come up with the idea to live and sleep in a store window for 2 days? And he's all like, I like to tell you it came to me in a dream I had, but that would give this whole thing a false magical quality or something. It's just so good. Yeah, it's really funny. And so I saw that and I was like, oh my God. And then I like put that and put it next to when he was on Jimmy Kimmel, and he was like, you did a weird thing recently. You stayed in a movie theater for 3 days and watched all your movies. And he was like, yep, for 3 days. And I'm like, why is Shia actually Louis Stevens though? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like that's one of the reasons why that character was so good. I feel like there actually was so much of Shia in that character. And he also just, like I said, like he ad-libbed so much to like really bring that character to life. So like I feel like, sometimes when I see Shia, I like still see glimpses of Louis, because I feel like he was just that character. And I think he said that before, as well, that like he like wasn't even like trying, it was just like doing his thing. So I think that's just another reason why that show works so well, but yeah. So good. So funny. Oh, man. And that was also my Shia impression there for a minute when I said, yeah, for 3 days. The way he talks, there's just like this tone to his voice that's just so funny and amusing to me. Oh, man. But yeah, it's just really good. Oh, boy. But yeah. Any other shows you're thinking about doing reaction videos for? No, I really just think I'm going to stick with Walking Dead. Also just because I think that the reaction video side of YouTube is becoming so oversaturated. I mean, people are reacting to everything these days. Like, I mean, literally everything. I mean, it's like getting a little ridiculous. Like, I just see things popping up. It's like, you know, it's like reaction to Harry Styles' performance on Graham Norton show or something, and like the person still is like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, like it's not that serious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? Or like, you know, people saying, you know, I keep seeing all these other things pop up. Because, you know, I've been watching a lot of Harry Styles videos, so this other stuff will come up, like people reacting to, like, Larry Stylinson proof of, like, the relationship with Louis that may or may not exist. I'm on the fence about that, but I'm leaning towards yes, to be honest. But people do, like, reactions to, like, these proof videos, and again, it's just, like the people in there still, and they're, like, confirmed, like, Larry proof, and I'm like, why are people reacting to this stuff? Like, why? Like, and it's always, like, guys as well, and I'm like, that's a little much. You know, and it's always kind of cringy because I feel like the teenies of the internet find all of these react channels and they tell them, react to Larry Stylinson, like, react to Harry performances, react to whatever, react to Dan and Phil, like, stuff like that. So then, like, these grown guys are doing these reaction videos to these people. And you know what I mean? And then it's just kind of cringy. And it's just like, oh my God. But whatever. Sometimes they're entertaining to watch. But yeah. But that's why it's like, I'm just going to stick to The Walking Dead because at least I feel like as far as like reactions go, like that show actually does have stuff to react to. And it's such a big show that like it is worthy of reacting. And like, especially for things like the season premiere, the mid-season premiere and finale, and then the finale, like episodes like that, you know, stuff like that does warrant a thumbnail, like, you know what I mean? But not like Harry Styles performing. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's too much. Although his performance of Kiwi that he just did on James Corden, I said at the beginning of this video, but I'm literally living for that video. It is so good. Like, I feel like that video and that performance really just marked his arrival as, like, Harry Styles, the rock star. Like, really, it's just so good. Oh, my God. Yeah, plus your reactions are hilarious. Well, thank you. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, too. Like these other, like, all these other reaction videos that are popping up, like, a lot of them are just people that are just, like, sitting there. And then they're like, well, that was my reaction, guys. Thanks for watching. And it's like, what's the point of that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I at least, like, try to put some effort into my reaction videos. I try to just be myself as much as I can, you know? That's why it really helps me to have my mom with me. Because if I was just by myself with my camera, I would feel a bit more aware of it, and that would be weird. But since I'm with my mom, like, she just makes me feel so at home, and I'm just able to really just kind of be myself, and the camera just captures it, which is fun. And because, like I said, like, I don't even really notice a lot of the things I do while I'm watching it until I watch it back. And then I just start dying laughing at myself, and I'm like, Brittany, like, like, come on. And it happens every time. Like, I always lose myself. Like, I always forget I'm filming. And then I'll occasionally remember and, like, look over at, like, you guys or whatever. But yeah, it's too funny. And that's what helps me, like, in my editing. It's that it's just, like, the way I am sometimes in the video just provides me with ideas for editing when I start doing it. So that's just always fun to, like, add in some funny comments or like footage that I think is funny or something. It's always fun. So I try to make them entertaining and fun, stuff like that. But then there's like so many reaction videos where people are just like, oh my god. It's like, okay, like calm down. Like, you know what I mean? Especially when it's of like videos that are just kind of chill. But yeah. Yo, I just realized it's late. Like, I just realized it's late and I need to eat. And I have, like, work I need to do for my campaign. Like, the studio I'm working with. I have, like, daily tasks and stuff I need to do for the campaign and all of that. So, I have that to do. I have my Even Stevens blog that I need to finish, which I really need to do. And then the Billboard Music Awards are on tonight, and I do not want to miss Celine Dion doing Titanic. And yeah, but that's making me so happy. I saw the commercial and I was so excited when it said, they're just like listing everyone that's going to be there. And then, and Celine Dion pays tribute to the 20th anniversary of Titanic. And I'm like, my life! So I'm just really excited to see that. Yeah, so, all right, I think I'm going to wrap this up now. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'm really excited about a lot of different things. The campaign, my album, maybe working on posting my cover of Paramore or whatever. I'm going to have to figure out time to do it. My Even Stevens blog I got to do. I got to go eat right now. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff in the works that I'm excited about. And big thing I forgot to mention, my video that I did with the Amy Winehouse Foundation and all of that. It was just posted. I tweeted it. It's on the Amy Winehouse Foundation Facebook as well as Amy Winehouse's Facebook, which is amazing. The video is up there, so please go check that out. I would like really, really appreciate it. Like, leave a comment under the actual YouTube video. It's uploaded on Island Records UK's channel, which is really crazy, but they don't get that many views. And it's crazy because my video has already gone up a lot, but I think it's because a lot of people are watching it like embedded on different social media sites, so they're not like watching it on YouTube. So if you could like leave a comment under the actual YouTube video, that would be appreciated, because it just so it'll look good to Island Records. Like, I want them to think that I'm like, I could be, I want to be signed here. And then I also while I was there, when I did all that stuff, I recorded a newer version of No Other Man that they also recorded like a beautiful video of. They're going to give me that to upload on my channel next week, so be on the lookout for that as well. And yeah, so I'm really excited about that as well, and they're apparently going to help promote me over the next 3 weeks, so that's really nice of them. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, so thank you guys again for watching today. This was fun. This was chill. Oh yeah, and I have my photos I have to edit as well. Oh my god, I just have so much stuff I have to do. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I always appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you guys next week. I know I missed these last 2 weeks, but last week was Mother's Day, and then I can't remember what was wrong the week before, but I'm sure there was probably some reason why I missed it. But yeah, so good to be back in the swing of things. See you next Sunday, and yeah. All right, guys. Bye.